But first, a look at a man whose allegations have been shaking Turkish politics. Sedat Peker, a convicted organized crime boss now living in exile in Dubai, has been dishing the dirt on members of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's ruling party.
In the seedy underbelly of the criminal world, one name reigns supreme: Sedat Peker. Today we're diving into the riveting world of Turkish crime with a spotlight on Sedat Peker, a notorious mafia boss whose viral videos have shaken the nation's political landscape. With unfiltered accusations targeting top politicians, Peker's footage has captured the attention of millions worldwide. Join us as we unravel the intrigue, scandal, and power dynamics behind Peker's unprecedented digital expose. Sedat Peker footage goes viral. In recent times, the digital landscape has become a battleground for scandal and intrigue, with the emergence of Sedat Peker, a notorious mafia boss, as an unexpected protagonist. His series of footage, targeting top politicians with explosive allegations, have sparked a firestorm of controversy, plunging the nation into turmoil. In the age of social media, power dynamics are shifting, and traditional hierarchies are being challenged. It is within this digital arena that Sedat Peker found a new platform for his audacious exploits. Armed with nothing but a camera and internet connection, Peker started recording videos in which he exposed the deep-rooted corruption within the Turkish government. These videos, uploaded to social media platforms, would soon send shockwaves throughout the nation. His videos, shot from undisclosed locations and uploaded to various online platforms, became a sensation overnight, captivating audiences with their raw authenticity and sensational content. Little did he know that his videos would go on to capture the attention of millions around the world. The shocking revelations of bribery, embezzlement, and abuse of power struck a chord with the masses, who saw in Peker a symbol of hope and a voice for the voiceless. In these unfiltered monologues, Peker pulled back the curtain on the dark underbelly of Turkish politics, leveling accusations of corruption, murder, and drug trafficking against high-ranking officials. At the center of Peker's crosshairs stood Interior Minister Süleyman Soylu, a key figure in President Tayyip Erdogan's government and a frequent target of Peker's scathing tirades. In a series of rambling monologues, Peker launched blistering attacks against Soylu, accusing him of complicity in criminal activities and abuse of power. The allegations struck a nerve in Turkish society, igniting a firestorm of controversy and setting off a political storm. Opposition parties seized on the opportunity to challenge the government, calling for Soylu's resignation and demanding accountability for the allegations leveled against him. As the fallout from Peker's videos reverberated through the halls of power, President Erdogan found himself facing a critical juncture in his leadership. With his government under scrutiny and his allies under fire, Erdogan was forced to navigate a delicate political landscape fraught with uncertainty. On one hand, removing Soylu from his position could be seen as a sign of weakness, undermining Erdogan's authority and exposing rifts within his ruling party. On the other hand, allowing Soylu to remain in power risked further damage to Erdogan's reputation and credibility as the allegations against him continued to mount. Amidst the chaos and confusion, calls for justice grew louder as Turkish citizens demanded accountability and transparency from their government. For many, Peker's videos served as a wake-up call, exposing the deep-seated corruption and systemic failures that plague Turkish society. For investigative journalist Gökçe Tahincioglu, Peker's videos represent a unique opportunity for truth and accountability. In a country where dissent is often silenced and dissenters are persecuted, Peker's bold defiance of the status quo sends a powerful message that no one is above the law, not even those in positions of power. Now, we delve into the impact of Peker's videos and the response they garnered from the international community. As Peker's videos spread like wildfire across the internet, the impact was immediate and far-reaching. The shocking revelations of bribery, embezzlement, and abuse of power struck a chord not only with the Turkish population, but also with people around the world. The power of social media allowed Peker's message to transcend borders, reaching millions who were appalled by the extent of corruption within the Turkish government. The videos went viral, capturing the attention of world leaders, human rights organizations, and media outlets. World leaders, known for their diplomatic language, couldn't ignore the magnitude of the scandal unfolding in Turkey. They condemned the corruption exposed by Peker and called for a thorough investigation into the allegations. The Turkish government, caught off guard by the magnitude of the public outcry, scrambled to contain the fallout from Peker's revelations. They dismissed his claims as baseless, labeling him a criminal trying to save his own skin. But the evidence presented in Peker's videos was too compelling to ignore. Human rights organizations, always vigilant in their pursuit of justice, took a keen interest in Peker's videos. They They saw in him a whistleblower, someone who had risked his life to expose the truth. They demanded accountability and urged the Turkish government to take immediate action. Media outlets around the world seized upon the story, dedicating extensive coverage to the unfolding scandal. Journalists dug deeper, investigating the claims made by Peker and uncovering additional evidence of corruption within the Turkish government. The international community's reaction put immense pressure on the Turkish government to address the allegations. They could no longer dismiss Peker's claims as baseless or label him a criminal trying to save his own skin. The evidence presented in the videos was too compelling to ignore. Faced with mounting pressure, the Turkish government launched its own investigation into the allegations. They promised to hold those responsible accountable and restore faith in the country's institutions. But the public's demand for justice grew stronger, and they wanted to see concrete action, not just empty promises. Although Peker to many serves as a beam of light to the dark moves in the Turkish government, he proves a threat to the nation on the flip side of personality. In the real sense of things, Peker has long been associated with a wide range of criminal activities, including drug trafficking, extortion, and racketeering. His notoriety has earned him a reputation as one of the most elusive and dangerous criminals in the region. Despite previous brushes with the law, Peker has managed to evade capture and continue his criminal enterprises, operating with impunity across international borders. The issuance of a red notice represents a significant step forward in efforts to apprehend him and bring him to justice. As soon as Peker's accusation footage goes viral, the Turkish Mafia boss has become the subject of an international manhunt, with authorities issuing a red notice for his arrest. This news has sent shockwaves across the globe, highlighting the far-reaching influence of organized crime and the challenges faced by law enforcement agencies in combating it. The red notice issued by Interpol serves as an international alert to law enforcement agencies worldwide, signaling Peker's status as a wanted fugitive. It underscores the seriousness of the charges against him and the urgency of his apprehension. Peker's criminal activities have had a profound impact on Turkish society, contributing to widespread corruption and undermining the rule of law. His arrest would not only serve to hold him accountable for his actions, but also send a powerful message that organized crime will not be tolerated. As the manhunt for Sedat Peker intensifies, authorities are urging anyone with information on his whereabouts to come forward and assist in his apprehension. The international community stands united in its determination to bring Peker to justice and dismantle the criminal networks that he represents. The issuance of a red notice for Sedat Peker marks a significant milestone in the fight against organized crime. It is a testament to the tireless efforts of law enforcement agencies around the world to combat the scourge of criminality and uphold the principles of justice and accountability. Peker's arrest would not only hold him accountable for his actions, but also send a clear message that organized crime will not be tolerated. In the pursuit of justice, cooperation and collaboration between law enforcement agencies are paramount as we strive to uphold the principles of law and order in an increasingly interconnected world. However, the impact of Peker's videos reverberated throughout Turkish society. People from all walks of life, tired of the rampant corruption that had plagued their country for years, rallied behind him. As the saga of Sedat Peker continues to unfold, one thing remains clear: the power of digital media to shine a light on the darkest corners of society. In an era of unprecedented connectivity and information sharing, the voices of truth and justice cannot be silenced. As we bear witness to the seismic shifts taking place in Turkish politics, let us remain vigilant in our pursuit of accountability and integrity, for the future of our democracy depends on it. Who is Sedat Peker? Since we've established what the footage of the Mafia boss represented, let's have a look into his personal life and journey in the crime world. Sedat Peker, the notorious Turkish Mafia boss, YouTuber, and whistleblower, has captivated the world with his shocking revelations and allegations about Turkish politicians and their involvement in illegal activities. In this gripping biography, we delve into the life of Sedat Peker, a self-proclaimed pan-Turkist and Turanist who has made a name for himself through his YouTube channel. From his early days in Adapazari, Sakarya, to his time spent in Germany, Peker's journey is marked by controversy, criminal trials, and unexpected alliances. We explore his acquittal in a high-profile murder case, his subsequent flight to Romania, and the shocking favor that secured his release. Alongside his tumultuous life, we also uncover the personal side of Sedat Peker, as a man who has been married twice and has 5 children. Sedat Peker was born on June 26, 1971, in Adapazari, a city in the Turkish province of Sakarya. Growing up, Peker experienced a modest upbringing, but it was during these formative years that he developed a fascination with power and influence. As a young man, he dreamt of making a name for himself and leaving a lasting impact on Turkish society. However, Peker's aspirations took a dark turn as he became involved in criminal activities. In 1997, he found himself at the center of a high-profile murder case. Peker was tried for the murder of drug smuggler Abdullah Topku, a crime that shocked the nation. The trial garnered significant media attention, painting Peker as a ruthless and dangerous individual. Despite the gravity of the charges against him, Peker managed to secure an acquittal. This unexpected turn of events only fueled his thirst for power and control. It was during this time that he began to establish his reputation as a formidable figure within the Turkish underworld. Following his acquittal, Peker's criminal activities escalated. He became involved in protection racketeering, coercion, and incitement to murder. His influence and connections allowed him to operate with impunity, instilling fear in those who dared to cross his path. Realizing the limitations of operating solely within Turkey, Peker made the decision to flee the country. In 1998, he sought refuge in Romania, where he continued to expand his criminal empire. During his time in Romania, Peker's notoriety grew, and he became a sought-after figure in the criminal underworld. It was during this period that Peker's connections to powerful individuals and organizations became apparent. Reports emerged that he had been visited by a minister and a member of parliament from the Motherland Party who guaranteed his protection in exchange for an unknown favor. This favor would later be revealed as a cassette footage of then Prime Minister Mesut Yilmaz being beaten up in Hungary due to his gambling debts. The revelation sent shockwaves through Turkish society, exposing the deep-rooted corruption and illicit dealings within the political landscape. However, Peker's time in Romania would eventually come to an end. In 1998, he made the decision to return to Turkey of his own free will and surrendered to the authorities. The case against him was opened in September of that year, and he faced charges of building a criminal organization. During his trial, Peker made cryptic remarks, hinting at the involvement of powerful individuals in his criminal activities. He mentioned receiving an SMS from an older member of parliament, warning him not to behave too arrogantly. Peker expressed a desire to reveal everything to the court, fearing that he might meet a suspicious end if he didn't. These remarks only added to the intrigue surrounding his case. In the end, Peker was found guilty of building a criminal organization, but his sentence was surprisingly lenient. Instead of the requested minimum of 7.5 years imprisonment, he was sentenced to just 8 months and 29 days. This light sentence raised eyebrows and fueled speculation about the extent of his connections and influence. On May 24, 1999, Peker was released from prison, marking the beginning of a new chapter in his life. Despite his criminal past, he managed to maintain a level of notoriety and influence within Turkish society. His release only served to solidify his position as a powerful figure in the criminal underworld. As we delve deeper into Sedat Peker's life, we will uncover the shocking events and alliances that shaped his rise to power. Join us in the next section as we explore his post-prison activities and his continued involvement in the criminal world. Now, we will delve into Sedat Peker's post-prison activities and his continued involvement in the Turkish underworld. Despite his brief stint behind bars, Peker wasted no time in re-establishing his position of power and influence within the criminal landscape. Upon his release in 1999, Peker quickly resumed his criminal activities, expanding his reach and solidifying his position as a notorious Turkish mafia boss. He utilized his connections and reputation to build a vast criminal network operating in various illicit industries, including drug trafficking, extortion, and money laundering. One of the key factors contributing to Peker's rise to power was his ability to form alliances with influential individuals and organizations. He was known for his strategic partnerships, often collaborating with other criminal figures to further his own interests. These alliances allowed him to expand his criminal empire and exert control over various territories. Peker's involvement in the underground Turkish organization Ergenekon further solidified his position within the criminal underworld. Allegedly a member of Ergenekon, he had connections to powerful individuals and institutions, enabling him to operate with impunity. The extent of his involvement and the influence he wielded within Ergenekon remains a subject of speculation and intrigue. As Peker's criminal activities continued to flourish, he also began to attract attention from law enforcement agencies. In 2005, he was arrested during Operation Butterfly, a major crackdown on organized crime in Turkey. The arrest marked a significant blow to Peker's criminal empire, but it did not signal the end of his influence. Despite being behind bars once again, Peker's power and influence remained intact. He continued to exert control over his criminal network from within the confines of prison, using his connections and resources to maintain his position of authority. His ability to operate from within prison walls showcased his cunning and resourcefulness. During his incarceration, Peker's personal life took an unexpected turn. In 2008, he married his lawyer, Ozga Yilmaz, further solidifying his connections within the legal sphere. The marriage not only provided Peker with a loyal partner, but also served as a testament to his ability to navigate and manipulate the system to his advantage. Peker's release from prison in the following years trials marked a new phase in his criminal career. He emerged as a prominent figure in the Turkish underworld, commanding respect and fear from both his allies and adversaries. His reputation as a ruthless and cunning mafia boss only grew, solidifying his status as one of the most powerful individuals in the criminal landscape. In recent years, Peker has utilized modern technology to further his influence and reach. He established his own YouTube channel, where he began sharing shocking revelations and allegations about Turkish politicians and their involvement in illegal activities. These videos garnered significant attention, propelling Peker into the spotlight as a whistleblower and a thorn in the side of the Turkish government. Through his YouTube channel, Peker has made sensational claims, accusing prominent individuals of corruption, murder, and involvement in international criminal activities. His videos have sparked public outrage and ignited debates about the extent of corruption within Turkish politics. Peker's ability to expose the dark underbelly of the Turkish establishment has made him both a hero and a villain in the eyes of the public. As we continue to unravel the life of Sedat Peker, we will explore the shocking revelations he has made through his YouTube channel and the impact they have had on Turkish society. Join us in the next section as we delve deeper into his whistleblowing activities and the controversies that surround him. In conclusion, the biography of Sedat Peker paints a vivid picture of a man who rose from humble beginnings to become a notorious Turkish mafia boss, YouTuber, and whistleblower. From his early involvement in criminal activities to his post-prison activities and continued influence in the Turkish underworld, Peker's life has been marked by controversy, power, and intrigue. Throughout his journey, Peker formed strategic alliances, navigated the legal system, and utilized his connections to build a vast criminal empire. His ability to operate with impunity and exert control over various illicit industries solidified his position as one of the most powerful individuals in the Turkish criminal landscape. In recent years, Peker's YouTube channel has become a platform for him to expose corruption and illegal activities within Turkish politics. His shocking revelations and allegations have sparked public outrage and ignited debates about the extent of corruption within the establishment. Sedat Peker's life is a testament to the complex and often dark underbelly of Turkish society. His story serves as a reminder of the power dynamics, alliances, and controversies that shape the criminal and political landscape. Whether viewed as a hero or a villain, Sedat Peker's impact on Turkish society cannot be denied. Sedat's controversial claims. Sedat Peker is a man widely known for his many controversial claims. From corruption at the highest levels of government to collusion with criminal syndicates, Peker's claims have sent shockwaves through the nation, leaving politicians scrambling for cover and the public clamoring for answers. But amidst the chaos and confusion, one question remains. Are Sedat's claims rooted in truth, or are they merely the machinations of a master manipulator seeking to sow discord and chaos? Here are a few of his many controversial stunts over the years, which may directly or indirectly answer the lingering question. Sometime in 2021, Sedat Peker shared a message for the Turkish Republic's centennial in Times Square. Despite being a wanted man, Peker has managed to make his voice heard on global stage, choosing the iconic Times Square as the backdrop for his message. Join us as we uncover the details of this extraordinary story and shed light on the corruption allegations he has unveiled against prominent figures in the AKP. Peker's message, delivered in the heart of Times Square, has captivated the attention of millions. But what exactly are these allegations, and why have they struck such a nerve? Peker, who resided in the United Arab Emirates at the time, dropped bombshell revelations implicating President Erdogan's advisors, Serkan Taranoglu and Korkmaz Karaka, as well as former Capital Markets Board head Ali Fuat Taskasenlioglu and AKP lawmaker Zara Taskasenlioglu, among others. These allegations, which sent shockwaves through the political landscape, raised serious concerns about the integrity and transparency of the AKP government. According to Peker, the corruption runs deep within the AKP, implicating high-ranking officials in a web of illicit activities. He claims that these individuals have abused their positions of power for personal gain, engaging in bribery, embezzlement, and even murder. In his words, "I have evidence that Taranoglu and Karaka were part of a corrupt scheme, using their positions of power to enrich themselves and their associates." According to Peker, Taranoglu and Karaka abused their positions to engage in fraudulent activities, including embezzlement, money laundering, and bribery. These allegations have sent shockwaves through the political establishment, as Taranoglu and Karaka were considered to be close confidants of President Erdogan. The alleged involvement of President Erdogan's advisors in such corrupt practices raises serious questions about the integrity and transparency of the AKP government. Peker's claims have ignited a firestorm of controversy, with many demanding a thorough investigation into these allegations. Peker has provided specific details and evidence to support his claims, leaving no room for doubt. He alleges that these corrupt officials have amassed vast fortunes through illegal means, using their political influence to protect their illicit activities. The allegations have sent shockwaves through the Turkish political landscape, with opposition parties demanding a thorough investigation into the claims. The AKP, on the other hand, has vehemently denied the allegations, dismissing them as baseless and politically motivated. However, the weight of evidence presented by Peker has left many questioning the integrity of the ruling party. The media watchdog has even fined opposition channels for airing discussions on Peker's claims, raising concerns about freedom of speech and the government's attempts to suppress the allegations. The corruption allegations have not only tarnished the reputation of the AKP, but have also cast a shadow over the Turkish Republic's centennial celebrations. As the nation commemorates 100 years of independence, the revelations of widespread corruption have left many disillusioned and questioning the very foundations of their democracy. The impact of Peker's message cannot be underestimated. It has ignited a firestorm of public debate, forcing the government to address the allegations head-on. The coming days and weeks will be crucial in determining the fate of those implicated and the future direction of Turkish politics. However, amid the situations surrounding the entire series of videos Peker shared at the time, many of the videos triggered a Mexican standoff at the heart of the Turkish establishment, pitting the government against opposition parties and exposing deep divisions within the ruling Justice and Development Party, AKP. In a move that has sparked controversy and raised concerns about freedom of speech in Turkey, the country's media watchdog imposed fines on opposition channels for broadcasting discussions related to allegations made by Mafia boss Sedat Peker. This development highlights the ongoing struggle for media independence and the government's efforts to control the narrative surrounding sensitive issues. In response to Peker's allegations, several opposition channels in Turkey aired discussions and debates analyzing the implications of his claims. These channels, which include Halk TV, Fox TV, and Tele 1, provided platforms for journalists, analysts, and politicians to discuss the allegations and their potential impact on Turkish politics. The fines imposed by Turkey's media watchdog, the Radio and Television Supreme Council, RTUK, targeted these opposition channels for allegedly violating broadcasting regulations. RTUK accused the channels of spreading unverified information and provoking public unrest by airing discussions on Peker's allegations. Criticism of RTUK's decision. The decision to fine opposition channels for discussing Peker's allegations has drawn widespread condemnation from media freedom advocates and opposition politicians. Critics argue that RTUK's actions represent an attack on freedom of speech and the independence of the media in Turkey. Opposition politicians have accused the government of using RTUK as a tool to silence dissent and suppress criticism. They argue that the fines are politically motivated and aimed at stifling debate on issues that are embarrassing or inconvenient for the ruling party. Media freedom advocates have also raised concerns about the broader implications of RTUK's decision for press freedom in Turkey. They warn that the crackdown on opposition channels could have a chilling effect on journalists and media organizations, leading to self-censorship and a further erosion of democratic norms. RTUK is responsible for regulating and monitoring the broadcast media in Turkey, ensuring compliance with broadcasting standards and regulations. However, the watchdog has faced criticism in the past for its perceived bias and lack of independence from the government. Critics accuse RTUK of being controlled by the ruling party and using its regulatory powers to suppress dissent and manipulate the media landscape in Turkey. They argue that the watchdog's actions undermine media freedom and contribute to the erosion of democracy in the country. RTUK's decision to fine opposition channels for airing discussions on Peker's allegations has reignited debate about the watchdog's role and its impact on press freedom in Turkey. Critics argue that the fines represent a dangerous escalation in the government's efforts to control the media and silence dissenting voices. Among the many news that has surfaced concerning the Mafia boss is the arrest and release of his press advisor from prison on April 28, 2023. In a development that has sparked intrigue and speculation, Emre Olur, the press advisor for Turkish Mafia boss Sedat Peker, has been released from jail once again. This latest twist in the ongoing saga surrounding Peker's associates has raised questions about the nature of Olur's involvement with the notorious crime figure and the implications for ongoing legal proceedings. Emre Olur, a prominent figure in Turkey's media landscape, has served as Sedat Peker's press advisor, providing strategic guidance and media relations support to the controversial Mafia boss. Olur's role in Peker's inner circle has drawn scrutiny from authorities and media observers alike, as his association with the notorious crime figure has raised questions about the ethical implications of providing counsel to a figure with Peker's criminal background. Olur's previous arrest and subsequent release from jail have only added to the intrigue surrounding his role as Peker's press advisor. Despite facing legal challenges and public scrutiny, Olur has continued to maintain his position position within Peker's inner circle, further fueling speculation about the nature of their relationship and the extent of Oler's involvement in Peker's affairs. Ersin Birkin, the lawyer representing Sedat Peker, took to social media to comment on Emre Olur's latest release from jail. In a post on his social media account, Birkin expressed his satisfaction with the court's decision to release Olur, praising the judicial system for upholding the principles of justice and fairness. Emre Olur's release from jail has raised questions about the status of ongoing legal proceedings against him and the potential implications for his role as Sedat Peker's press advisor. While Olur's release may be seen as a positive development for his legal defense, it also highlights the challenges faced by individuals associated with high-profile figures like Peker. The release of Emre Olur also underscores the complexity of the legal and political landscape in Turkey, where individuals with connections to powerful figures may face scrutiny and legal challenges. It highlights the need for transparency and accountability in the judicial system, as well as the importance of upholding the rule of law and protecting the rights of all individuals, regardless of their affiliations. In conclusion, the impact of Sedat Peker's revelations was felt not only within Turkey, but also on the international stage. The pressure on the Turkish government intensified, leading to investigations and the resignation of high-ranking politicians. As the fight for justice continues, the world watches with bated breath to see how this gripping story will unfold. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the battle against corruption. Stay tuned for latest developments in the ongoing battle and more captivating stories. Until next time.